Hello, people. I hope you're happy and healthy, and that is from the heart. Faux reals. Now let's get into this shit. In my life, I've met a lot of people, and having had relationships with humans, I've learned to not just listen to people, but to also watch their actions. This wasn't easy for me to do, and it took a long time to do so. To see what people are really all about, what their motives are, if they're genuine or not, if how they live their life correlates with the words they speak. And what I personally have come to understand about some people is this. Some motherfuckers are just full of shit, plain and simple. I guess you could say I'm a late bloomer. Or maybe you can say I was naive and held this belief that humans weren't inherently selfish. But the truth is, selfishness is a natural instinct when it comes to humans. And self-centeredness is and will be the downfall of our civilization. And the big dirty committed against Kurt Cobain is the perfect example of selfishness, self-centeredness, and flat-out greed. Case in point. Who killed Kurt.org? Yes, this group or whatever the fuck you want to call it, or them. I personally call them the narcissistic leading the blind. I say this because here we have Michelle, who posted a video on December 9th bragging about a secret meeting with the Seattle Police Department and medical examiner, wanting kudos for all the work that she and her team have done in getting the Cobain case reopened and breaking the case open.
And then what do you think changed? What changed from Joe and from what we were doing to now Alex was able to get this incredible article out in such a big publication?
Well, that was you, darling.
Well, I was not expecting it. Where's my MTV award? I'm waiting.
And the award goes to that was you. You took this to the Seattle Police Department, Sweet Pea. You got the meeting. You did the presentation. You went in there like a fucking rock star. Sorry, I wasn't going to swear, so that we could.
That's
maybe,
okay. If you want to say fucking rock star about me, we'll leave it in. It's all fine.
Absolutely.
It's all fine.
And you did the job and you got this to the highest point that we could have anticipated, because you also have unrealistic expectations that you believe are perfectly normal.
Yeah.
So, you said, okay, I'm going to prove that Kurt didn't take some life. I'm going to prove it forensically and scientifically. I'm going to take it to the Seattle Police Department and the medical examiner. And guess what? You did. So.
And it was, we originally had a meeting scheduled with the chief of police and a bunch of incredible people, and I'm not going to name their names, but it is on public record, so anybody can find out who was there. But it is a matter of public record that we had a meeting, and that's also been confirmed in the article because, of course, Alex is a good reporter.
Well, Michelle, let me be the first to congratulate you. Not for getting the Cobain case reopened, but for being a fucking liar. You've spread bullshit lies to media companies with claims of getting the case reopened based on what you call evidence. And then what happens, smarty pants? Well, those media companies contact the Seattle Police Department, and then the Seattle Police Department releases a statement that says, what? What do you, the viewer? What do you think the press release says regarding the Cobain case? Here I'll tell you, so you don't have to bust out your Google fingers. The Seattle Police Department and the medical examiner said that they have received the 180-plus page bullshit forensic report, and basically, they said the same shit I told you they were going to say. Which was, oh yeah, that's nice. Now go fuck yourself. Because the Cobain case is not going to be reopened. And they even went to the extent to say that the investigation was thorough, and the cause of the big dirty was committed by Mr. Cobain. By the way, that statement was made on the 1st of December. 9 days before you uploaded a video claiming to have broken the case open based on your bullshit report and meeting. There isn't really anything more I can say about this shit, except Michelle is a straight-up fucking liar, who is either the epitome of naive and ignorant or seriously needs some mental health treatment for her narcissism, because the gaslighting is off the charts with this chick. I mean, Michelle, not only do you lie about the case being reopened, but you even go so far as to say that no one in 31 years has done anything to have the case reopened. Are you Michelle fucking stupid? Or do you just think that other people are stupid? If so, let me educate you a little bit. Tom Grant. He couldn't get the case reevaluated, and he had direct contact with the police department and detectives at the time the big dirty happened. Vernon Geberth, who has essentially wrote the book regarding processing a crime scene, no, he couldn't get the case reopened. Dr. Cyril Wecht, who was and still is regarded as one of the world's top pathologists, couldn't get the case reopened. And I'm sure, no fuck me being sure, I goddamn guarantee you that there are hundreds, if not thousands more people who have tried to get the case reopened. But again, people, we're dealing with a narcissist. And when it comes to narcissists, the world revolves around them. It is they who deserve all the glory and flowers for all the work they have stolen. I mean, for all the time and dedication that they have given to benefit themselves. I mean, to bring justice to Kurt Cobain. But check this out, kids. Narcissistic people are crafty motherfuckers. And they are, I will give them that. But despite narcissists thinking that they're the smartest people on the face of the earth, they're actually quite dumb. Because you, Michelle, while you were daydreaming about your grandiose delusions of grandeur here, is what you didn't think about. And I find it almost comical that you would be so ignorant as to the fact that your homeboy, Mark Larson, you know, the dude that you say when he talks, people listen?
Of the 181-page dossier that we gave him. But I will say that the reason that we got this is because our investor hired like the best lawyer on the planet. Now, I do want to reiterate, because I just call him a lawyer. I mean, I call him my friend, but he was the deputy prosecutor in Seattle for 35 years. He is retired now. Retired meaning he just still works constantly, but you know, he didn't keep paying for his license to actually go in court and prosecute people, because that's not what he does anymore. So he still takes on cases, and he is such an incredible, insightful, smart human being. And when he spoke and said, we need to have a meeting with you because we have this evidence, this is real, this is not, and no, you know, no shade on Richard Lee, but this is not Richard Lee coming in with wild theories, just going, hey, no, this is somebody who, when they speak, people listen, because he's proven himself as an intelligent person who would not just go, you know, away with the fairies, as it were, you know, chasing daydreams and you know, so I think.
Yeah, that dude. That you, Michelle, didn't stop to think that Mark Larson was employed for 35 years as a prosecutor in the same county and city that the big dirty against Mr. Cobain was committed in. And with Mark Larson retiring in 2020, that would mean that Mark Larson was a prosecutor at the same fucking time the big dirty was committed. Now, do you think that a prosecutor whose job it is to ensure that a case is 100% legit before they file charges against a person and then prosecute said criminal for the crime of, I don't know, let's say murder, is going to let someone prove that they fucked up? I mean, who the fuck do you think reviews the medical examiners and the detectives' findings? Michelle. That would have been Mark Larson's job to cross the T's and dot the lowercase j's. Michelle, do you think that Mark Larson never received any information that would hint at the fact that the big dirty wasn't committed by Mr. Cobain, but the big dirty was committed against Mr. Cobain? You, Michelle, you actually think that Mark Larson was going to allow you to bust up in this secret bullshit 50-minute meeting and present evidence that the entity Mark Larson worked at for 35 fucking years didn't do their job investigating the big dirty regarding the biggest rock star to ever walk the earth? Michelle, I mean, do you think that Mark Larson was going to allow you, a nobody narcissist, to possibly fuck up his retirement, benefits that amount to roughly $84,000 a month? Not a year, but $84,000 a month from the Washington State's public employee retirement system for 35 years of work for you or me? Or Kurt Cobain? You are absolutely 100% insane to believe that a man who worked for the machine that helped make Kurt Cobain the poster child for committing the big dirty against oneself would help you. Plain and simple. No way around that shit. This is 150% facts, and it explains every fucking question I have previously pondered. Like, why would an attorney tell you that you should release the Joe Burns confession for the world to see? The only witness to come forward in 31 years. The confession that makes Joe Burns look like a straight junkie and would bring doubt to a prosecutor regarding the legitimacy of the confession. But also said, confession would give the suspects knowledge of what evidence could potentially be used against them, which would destroy any ability to actually investigate the crime, because the suspects would have had the ability to converse with each other and strategize their alibis. Which is why two suspects arrested for the same crime aren't interviewed together, nor are they housed in the same jail cell together. Witnesses aren't interrogated together. It's so detectives have different stories, and from those stories, they investigate what people have said, then put pieces together to determine the motherfucking facts. I mean, you claim the Seattle Police Department helped cover the crime up, but you don't stop to think that the fucking district attorney would have a hand in the bullshit as well. The player got played. Michelle, you assholes hijacked the investigation, have done nothing but spread lies and defamed people's work because of your need for attention, and have destroyed any ability to prosecute the criminals responsible for the demise of Kurt Cobain. And the person who would have direct knowledge and would have seen all the evidence, all of the autopsy report, all the witness statements, etc., was paid by you to continue to cover up the big dirty regarding Kurt Cobain. Congratulations, Michelle, and whokilledkurt.org. Thank you for being selfish and the epitome of self-centered. I'm going to let that marinate for a little bit. Again, stay happy and healthy. And remember, just because someone seems like they're on your side, that doesn't mean they won't backdoor your ass and set you up for failure. Ain't that right, dumbass Michelle? Also, next time you notice that there is only one cookie in the cookie jar, offer it or leave it for someone else. Then you will be on your way to not being a selfish asshole. Bye-bye, kids.